Today we're checking out a massive 10-minute cinematic chapter that explores generational trauma, addiction, depression, as well as the purgatory of a dead-end life through the song Vincent's Tale, The Bedroom by the Welsh singer Wren. What's good, everybody? This is your girl Lita Molly. If you're first time here, please don't forget to go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button so you can enjoy more content like this. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Vincent's Tale by Wren. Ooh, what is this, a prison? Wren is one of the most genius when it comes down to his guitar and his strings. It's always gonna be flabbergasting. It's always gonna be like a gem to me. Really a chef's kiss. It's always so beautiful.
Ever felt anger with nowhere to place it? Vincent felt cold, neglected and jaded, impotent, empathy castrated, look for the need.
Okay, it's heavy. We're talking about Vincents for Vincent van Gogh, who is an artist that checked himself out into a mental hospital because he had mental breakdowns. Like, he literally cut off his own ear at one point. We're gonna be talking a lot about Vincent van Gogh here in connection also to the art on the wall. So I was thinking at the beginning of the piece that this was him in a prison cell, but it's rather him in a mental hospital.
Always look for the new thing, but never look inside, never look within, without, above, below, same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane man living in insane terrain, contort insane brains that are kind of deranged, strange, without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect. Let's start at the start. Vincent was born in the dark, home birth to a mother, pain scars in her arm. Track march from the dragon, China white and the park.
Okay, so Vincent was born to a mother with pain scars in her arm. Being born from addiction, this is partially the reason as to why Vincent was doomed from the start. It's like a curse that's put upon a child before he even is born.
Shooting up the birth canal, Vinny fell out like yarn, tumbled out, himself unraveling, and that was the theme. Exceptionally average grade, sprayed with low self-esteem, from the fire to the frying pan, painting it green. When it's the cash that rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, funny bin. He wasn't ever good at hustling, shitty jobs that he was dead and stocking, started a combustion, nothing. Pulled him out of debt, the debt collector's rushing to be stripping him of everything. Eventually, there's nothing. The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice. The day repeats a day.
The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice, denouncing the struggles of a child that was born through abuse that still has to go through society's everyday's rules, which is money, 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 and the greed.
Days are weeks, the most short life. When the day's done, it's the same one. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. A deja vu religion, a foreboding of a prison. Whole Britain, Great Britain. and how Britannia rule the wave. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you?
I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna keep stopping because this guy is dropping bars like crazy. Okay, drinks to kill the tension, but drinks is taking out your wages. So you're thinking that you're spending your money in order to cure your illness, your delusion, in order to feel better, but that's also how you're spending the money that you actually owe to the government. That's modern capitalism right there. It's not just about spending money on alcohol or addiction, but you're always spending money, paying back that money to the top rather than it benefiting you. And it's really interesting that he's decided to put himself in this headspace of a Vincent van Gogh that was born from a troubled mother into this institution, into these four walls, which is how one person that is troubled feels inside.
Is what kills you when you're living to decay.
You're living to decay, basically. Nobody cares. That's crazy. I love that. The pauses in between and we're drinking, okay? That's okay.
And so it goes. Vinny starts to drink to let go. Soon he's drinking, cause when he don't drink, every day is a day on death row. So we drink so we don't have to think. Mercy.
You can literally feel the pain in his voice that just sends shivers down my spine. He is such a true artist. His music just shows how much of an amazing poet that he is. His music is his pain. His music is his joy. He is pure legend.
Taste bittersweet when the spirit that's inside of him sinks in his teeth. And the months turn over, May to October. More days pissed than the days he spent sober.
Wow.
Skin looks older, demeanor gets colder. Sledgehammer swing to that chip on your shoulder. A cold prison deep in alcoholism. 40% proof, no juice. Inhibition get loose by decision and taboos. When we're living for the booze, who's who he lose himself to? One too many, 1, 2, 3 shots down. Drown those sorrows up in London town. If we in for a penny, we in for a pound. Fate comes full circle. Now it's Vinny boys round.
I like how he is inserting pauses like every few minutes in the song, and every single time that he picks it up again, it gets even wilder and wilder. Focusing on a piece, on a painting by Vincent. Okay. Recharge.
The screws murder silence. Stand on my Miranda, my right to remain violent. One man's resistance is another man's tyrant. When tyrants make the law, they go to war with non-compliance. Look.
When tyrants make the law, they go to war with no compliance. I'm just that right there. Just that right there.
Vinny been locked up since his mother knocked up. He grew up fast, all this up.
He's been locked up since his mother's knocked up. Guys, the bars.
Chop, 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 keep that credit top. Time is money, tick tock. Quantify the price upon your soul and then it's chop shop. Not particularly special, Vinny spent his life a vessel for the musings of the devil. Repetition caused some issues, turned the hide into a jackal. Building pressure in the kettle, bubble up to boiling level. Ooh man, he's a mad lad, falling on the warpath.
I'm sorry, but I don't know how, somehow, I think it's maybe the way that he's just going through the music and also what he's wearing, and I don't know, the whole tune of the song and the energy right now kind of low-key reminds me of Eminem, who I'm not trying to compare to because I hate to compare like musicians to each other or artists to each other, but that's just the vibe, the roughness and the veracity of the artist right there.
He split the atom like a Nagasaki bloodbath. Skies are raining black ash, copper car lights flash. Red and blue kaleidoscope, some folks don't like that. Never mind, just a bit victim of society, the one that serves you alcohol and sells you your sobriety, the one that sells you sex as it pedestals virginity, the one where we elect these lying pests with God ability. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1, our boy spun his own web-fed tarantulas come like 9 to the 9 to the 9 for his Christ timelines intersect. Richard's fate was designed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Richard don't kill Screech. He don't kill this guy. I don't even know why. I don't know how this happened, but this cop just killed this guy. Okay. This is deep. This is too deep. I don't know how we went from Vincent and his own mental struggles, and now we're talking about this cop murdering this other dude that had kind of the same backstory as Vincent, now that I think about it. So the system, basically, I think the artist is telling us is that it's just not designed to help people that can't help their fate because they were already doomed from the beginning.
Picture set the scene, it's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. The hands of fate, they touch and reach. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Etched in Richard's memory. Force a muddled, troubled sleep. Takes a time of absently. Hitting the bottle to soften the blow in the walls of yourself when there's nowhere to go. When his friends on the force, they don't call, they don't struggle to therapy. Raggedy seem to plateau when his popo went loco and woe so low that his mojo no mono rebound no yo-yo and so the time.
Okay, so the guy that killed Screech, the cop basically gets cuckoo, he gets crazy, and he starts drinking too. Yo, this is just a cycle, isn't it? Generational curse is actually a real thing. Ain't that crazy? The fact that you can actually literally change things right now. You can be a better person right now to ensure that your generation, the future of your families, and you know, the earth basically can be good. Make the right call right now. Because this is what this whole song now I think is about. Like every single time that he changes his pace and he decides to like change characters in this song, everything just gets a lot deeper.
The case was never closed cause the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth. But dying womb life brings the cycle of samsara. Always was quite amusing. Brother killed his sister but the records seem to show the brother never met his sister, didn't even know. So the tragedy was a catastrophe, a fate fucked up. Richard's losing sleep while his whole family's talked up.
That's crazy. Okay, now you gotta go to see a shrink. You gotta go see somebody because you can't sleep at night. Okay, you have too many devils.
The 5 stages of grief is a common psychological model, often used to provide reassurance to all those stricken by loss. For loss comes with a cost like frostbite, shockingly cold, paving the road to decomposure, decomposing your soul. 1. Denial, pretending for a while, reality retired, but everything is changing. Richie lost the will to smile, how to reconcile when murdering a child. The 2nd stage is anger, feel it bubbling the bile. Anger down the man that served the hand that wrote the plan. If God is will, this good and run and done we are. We all are down, forsaken by creation, revelations. Richard cannot stand. The 3rd stage is bargaining, begging God for second chance. Lord, I know it is a reach, but I'm begging on my knees. Resurrect the boy James, resurrect the boy Screech. I'll devote my life to thee, I will live a life of peace. Stage 4 is depression, that's a lesson taught in grief. Depression, demonic like possession, that feeds upon this spark for life. No water is refreshing, no sunlight brings him warmth, no sleep will ever bring resting. His guilt and doubt are oh so loud, the silence sounds so deafening. Depression.
Y'all, you see how his voice even changes according to the pace of the song? You know, I have one question. Like this artist, I wonder what his process is, the writing process of Ran. I think that it's just so genius the way that he presents his work. It's just so crazy. It's monumental. It's amazing.
Depression, the numbing of expression, the negative obsession, ruminating in oppression. Stressing is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting. That's stage number 5. 5 is acceptance. Souls get shaken up, the road's never quite ideal, but slow rise, dust it off. And let me tell you something, Richie, man, I'm proud, cause you pulled a stitch from the seam, the wound was open weeping. Felt like a regression, but that flesh was set for healing. You wrestled imperfections, misdirection. situations walk with demons. Most demons are a fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for second guessing. No path is ever linear, a stumble leads to stepping. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow, and day follows day. There will always be tomorrow when it gets colder. Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them.
When it gets colder, whatever, it's only weather. Bars.
Bro, think clever. I'm so fucking proud of you, Richie, my boy. I know you're itchy, my boy, to get to work and deploy. Serve and protect my don, in for the right reason. I know you think you've done wrong, but look at who you become. It's your first day at work, big man. Hold that head up high, my friend. Come on. We're all proud of you, Richie. I hope you get out there and smash it. I mean, what could go wrong?
Literally. That's crazy. That is crazy. Guys, I need like a whole minute to come back and like take this whole thing in. Wow. I said this was originally, oh yeah, I thought it was longer than 10 minutes. I don't know why I felt in my head that it was way longer than 10 minutes. I think it's because that he went into so many different scenarios in the same setting, and he always does that because he's got that genius mind that never stops, and I love it. It's just so transporting every single time. This song, it talks about everybody that's involved in the systemic rule of capitalism. So it talks about the cop Richard, it talks about Vincent Van Gogh, it talks about everybody that's in the system, that's being played by the system. He goes back to the roots and he's like, hey, you as a mother, what are you doing? Because you're basically poisoning your child. And you as a cop or somebody that is benefiting for the system, are you making the right calls? Because it's gonna affect your later generation, is going to affect you later. So make sure that every single time that you have to make a decision today, if it's to help you in the moment, then it's not the right choice for you. Think about the future, because what helps you today could basically be what kills you tomorrow. Guys, let me know what other songs by Ren you'd like me to check out. What did you think about the song in general? Wasn't it just genius from beginning to end? Vincent knew that he was in a trap, he was in a cell, he put himself in that cell, yet he is still drinking and telling his story because he knows that it's doomed, it's done, that's it for him. Okay, so there is no real atonement in this whole music until the end with the cop Richard that goes back to work and hopes for best. What I really liked about the song also is the way Ren was able to change his tone every single time that he was depicting a story up until the end. At the end, I think he had that kind of cooler tone, nicer tone. So I'm gonna stop there for this video. You guys let me know what you felt about this song. If there's any other songs by the same artist or other artists that you'd like for me to check out, please let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That way we can keep vibing together through music.